Law, how's that talking to one of your Philadelphia Eagles right there?
Oh, that's great, man. You know, just congratulate him on his Defensive Player of the Week.
Is he on the phone
He's
line
on
right
the horn
now?
and ready to go.
The pride of Yazoo City, Mississippi. The NFC Defensive Player of the Week, Fletcher Cox of the Philadelphia Eagles. How are you, Fletcher?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How different is Yazoo City from the city of brotherly love, Fletcher? Let's walk down that path.
I mean, you go from like about 11,000 people to I don't even know what's the population in Philly. So,
Well, we know how many
do the
fans.
math.
Yeah, we know how many fans can fit in Lincoln Financial, right? You could just do
So
the
that's
math
way
from there.
more than what the population of Kansas City is.
Well, congratulations on winning the Defensive Player of the Week award for the very first time, Fletcher. How do you feel your game is different than from years past right now?
I just think, man, I just stayed at it. Really, honestly and truly, I just stayed at it and just work hard and just kept it. You know, I always keep a chip on my shoulder, and I think by doing that was keep me humble. And I just knew once I keep working and just keep punching at it, that sooner or later that somebody start to recognize it.
Well, they did certainly this week. And what about the defense as a whole? We know about some of the injuries and some of the guys who were there, aren't there anymore, some of the free agent additions. And I'm sure you've heard about all those conversations. What are the conversations been in the defensive meeting room and locker room about all the outside noise, Fletcher?
Oh man, I mean, we don't just pay attention to what goes on outside of this building. We know that we're a team and we have to believe in each other, and trust in each other and stay together is the main thing. That we get no matter what the situation is, that we can stick together and go out on Sundays or whatever game day is and compete as a unit.
You mean you haven't heard any of the national media paparazzi conversation talking about your team at all, Fletcher? For real?
I really haven't. I don't. I think I stay away from that type of stuff. I don't get caught up in it because ego. A lot of people have egos, and if you get caught up in it, then I feel like it's a big distraction to you and your peers, the people that's around you.
Well, Fletcher, would you mind just in a way indulging me for me to just tick off a couple of stories that we've been talking about and we're supposing what's happening in your locker room, and you just tell me if it's true or false? Could you do that for me?
Honestly and truly, rather not just go on and discuss what goes on in our locker room.
Okay.
But,
well, the first thing, the first question is, your coach is crazy. Is he totally crazy, Fletcher Cox?
No, he's not crazy. He's human.
Chip Kelly's human. That's what Tom Brady said, that he's human. Did you hear that? He said that a half an hour ago, that he's a human being.
No, I did not hear that.
So Chip Kelly is a human being.
Yeah, there you go. He's a human being. He's no different than anybody else.
Can I tell that, Fletcher? Because nobody knows what's going on in your coach's head at all.
Yeah, I mean, he's like I said, he's human, and everybody, and he's just the same as any other person walking around.
Right. And what about what he's brought to the team with the conditioning? And we hear about smoothies and hearing about making sure you get your sleep and things like that. What is that philosophy with Chip? Can you walk me through some of that, Fletcher?
Well, I think he brought a lot of great things, when he came here, but I think it comes down to it being a choice. He can introduce us to it, but it's a choice rather, if you want to do it or not. If you don't want to do it, then that's your choice. Okay. If you want to buy in and do it, then you buy in and do it. But I think I don't think he can make us go to sleep at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. It's a choice.
Right. So then
and that's why I look at it.
Right. So what choices do you make?
I mean, I go to sleep.
Okay. So you do hit the shut eye when you're supposed to, Fletcher? Right? There's no.
I'm not going to go here and say that I go to sleep every night at 8:30 or 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I mean, I'd be lying if I told you that.
Okay. Well, we don't need that. We don't need that. I appreciate you telling me the truth right there. Why is your nickname Bug Eye, Fletcher? Why is that?
It's a nickname that my grandma gave me when I was a little kid, and I still kind of really never got it out. But they always just tell me that, hey, your grandma gave it to you, so that's the name we're going to stick to. And back home since I've kind of been going away for a little bit, and most of the people that I don't see when I'm back home, a lot actually call me Fletcher now. So and it's kind of weird hearing it.
Uh-huh.
But the buddies, the friends, and all that type of people, they still call me Bug Eye.
Fletcher Cox joining me here on the day that he is named for the first time in his career, well-deserved, the Defensive Player of the Week of the NFC. And I'm sure you are aware that even with the wins and losses that have been going on and people outside the building questioning the direction of the team, that you are one home win against the Giants away of having a piece, if not possession of first place atop the NFC East all by yourself. Is that something that you're aware of this week, Fletcher?
I mean, the most important thing, man, is to go in and look at this game as the next game on the schedule. As one of the, it's a Monday night game, and obviously it's a big game. And they're coming off a win. We're coming off a win, and it's going to come down to who won the game, who won it the most.
And against the Giants, what are you in the history of taking on Eli Manning? What do you expect from Eli? Just knowing him as well as you probably do, from just even back to the days of when he was at Ole Miss. Fletcher, and you were at Mississippi
he went
State.
to Ole Miss, so
I know.
It's kind of a bad deal for him. So
okay, so
he should have went to Mississippi State instead of Ole Miss. But
yeah.
I still respect that guy, man. He's been around this league for a real long time, and you got to respect a guy like that. And he get the job done. He get the ball out quick. And he try to put that offense in the best position, in the best plays. No matter what kind of situation that they're in.
And the emergence of Jordan Hicks, the rookie from Texas, what with Kiko going down, a lot of people are talking about him, Benny Logan, other guys that don't have really much of the pub. Fletcher, you want to pound the table for him before I let you go?
There's so much respect for number one Benny, and nobody really recognizes Benny, and he's the most underrated player on this team, and the most underrated player or nose tackle in the league, because everybody thinks he's undersized. Oh, he's an undersized nose tackle. He's just another guy. That's how most people look at him. But I don't look at Benny that way. I look at Benny as, one of the best nose tackles in this league, because Benny is, he's athletic. He can move. He's not just, 350 pounds and just hold up blockers. Benny actually gets after it. Man, Jordan Hicks, nothing but respect for that dude. He comes in every day, ready to work. And this the first day went around when I really saw Jordan actually practice. I looked at it. I thought to myself, I said, man, that kid right there can really play. And his number was called, and he stepped up, and he's having a lot of success right now.
Fletcher, do you have a sack dance? Do you have one?
No, just whatever comes to my head when I get up. So
okay,
that's whatever.
So do you want to? Can we come up with one, and you can call it the Rich Eisen Show sack dance or something like that?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Just do something where you're, where you just sort of like, roll up your sleeves, because we're a workman type show. Like, you sort of make it look like you've just made a sack and you roll. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with something where I feel like you're giving a shout out to the show's listeners and viewers and this program in a way that Maurice Jones-Drew, he had a Rich Eisen podcast back in the day, touchdown celebration. I'd love to see if you wouldn't mind doing something like that.
I just roll up the sleeve then. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? You act like you're rolling up the sleeves. If on Monday Night Football, and the worldwide leader in sports, you do go bag yourself an Ole Miss guy, you roll up your sleeves. You act like you're rolling up your sleeves, and that's sort of a shout out. Can we do that?
Right. Yeah, I do that.
Okay.
I roll up the sleeves.
I appreciate that, Fletcher. So that's one headline of this conversation. And the last one is that your coach, Chip Kelly, is in fact a human being. We need to.
He is a human being. There it is.
Okay, that's confirmed. Fletcher, thanks so much. Congratulations again on everything going on in your career as you move forward.
Thanks, Rich. Thank you.
You got it. There's Fletcher Cox, Eagles defensive end, on the highly underrated Philadelphia Eagles defense.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.